Now, before we get too far into it, I just want to take a quick moment to introduce myself and tell you a little bit more about the perspective that I bring to a discussion on office politics. My name is Carlin Bursenko. I'm the owner and principal of Zen Workplace, and I'm an organizational psychologist. Another term for that might be business psychologist. I study how human beings function in the workplace and what that means for all sorts of different things, from managing people to communicating to interpersonal issues. Through my company Zen Workplace, I work with individuals all over the world to help them find greater happiness and success at work. I also work with businesses to help them create amazing working environments. And when you're doing that type of work, an understanding of office politics is key. Because that's all we're talking about here. It's all of those soft skills that people talk about, and those soft skills are so critical to success. But most people don't like talking about office politics because it has a viscerally negative connotation to it. But you have to talk about it. If you want to be professionally successful, you have to talk about it. Why? Because organizations are much more political than you probably realize. And you might go into it thinking, I'm not going to play office politics. I'm just going to come in and put my head down and do my job and focus on the work, and that's how I'm going to get promoted. That's how I'm going to get ahead. But the thing of it is that whether or not you choose to play office politics, everyone around you is playing. And if you consciously opt out of the system, that just means that people who are not as smart as you and not as talented are going to get promoted ahead of you every single time. But there are good reasons to play office politics as well, because when you do it well, you can become a change agent in your organization. And that's because playing politics will help you do more. Because contrary to popular belief, office politics are not necessarily evil. You've got to think of them as the unspoken rules of the workplace. They exist in every single workplace, even if people aren't talking about them. And look, just because the rules exist doesn't mean you have to like them. You don't have to like the rules to play the game, but you do have to understand them. And I want to be really upfront here. What I'm not talking about is an ideal world of rainbows and unicorns and how things should be, and justice and fairness and all that. That's not what we're going to discuss today. What we are going to talk about is how our brain is hardwired to work. That's true of me, that's true of you, that's true of every single person that you work with. If you are not a zombie, then what we're going to discuss today applies to you. And at the end of the day, what we're really talking about is adapting your behavior to different types of situations at work. And look, we behave differently at home than we do at work, than we do at church, or than we do at our kids' school. We adapt our behavior all the time. And when you do this at work, I guarantee you're going to be more effective, you're going to get more done, and you're going to be happier to boot. In this course, we're going to discuss my 5 principles of office politics. If you're ready to go on to the next video and we'll get started.